Thanks for tuning in to another segment of Incarceration to Incorporation. I'm the founder and the CEO, AB, where we specialize in helping those that transition back into society, whether it's through entrepreneurship, mentorship, or those individuals just home doing something positive in the community. Like every Friday, I got my brother on the panel today.
Hello, America.
He's the founder and CEO of All Things Relevant Media. Is Joyce Hall. He's the one responsible for putting this platform together, helping Incarceration to Incorporation reach the masses of people, to let those that have been incarcerated know that life is not over once you go through the incarceration pathway. So we're gonna talk to the brother today. We got a good brother on board with us this evening. We're gonna talk to him. He gonna let everybody know who he is and what he got going on and how he transitioned back into society. But Julius Hall, my brother.
Hey, hello, America.
Hey, look, man, we got another good segment today, man. We got a topic, man, that's very interesting. This brother coming on got a story to tell. It was an honor for me to meet him, man, in the federal prison in Atlanta. And man, hey, this
Maybe you
brother,
breaking up.
when I spoke to him, man, he spoke volume. I'm
Yes,
breaking
sir.
up.
He's a bad brother that the people gonna see in a minute. Um, you know, we got all our shows coming on here. We're gonna try to make sure that on this platform that all the news and entertainment and political news, any type of information that we need to get out gets out from this platform. And it's for us, and it's by us, and it's by us, and it's for us. So we want everybody to tune in, like, and share all of our episodes. If you know somebody that isn't on the platform, invite them to come on over and follow, like, and share this platform, All Things Relevant Media. You can also get us on YouTube at ATR Black Media Network. ATR Black Media Network. So without further ado, if you got comments, send it on to us. But without further ado, we got the good brother on tonight, and the first thing that we want to know is, who is Charles Silk Dunn?
Well, Charles Silk Dunn is a humble soul, man, born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. Mom out of Dayton, dad out of Detroit. So I was raised in both cities. But I'm just a humble soul, man, who always looking to uplift and try to really just make my contributions to society. At a very young age, I started studying the Bible when I was 4. By the time I was 11 or 12, I was an ordained minister. I studied everything from Plato to Socrates to the Art of War to the Khalil Gibran. So I was a person that was really on a lot of deeper topics and deeper subjects growing up as a child. So I was really one of those guys that just stuck into philosophy and always wanted to put people first.
Okay. And you got kids?
No, sir. No, sir. We don't have any kids. But, however, I think that that's a part of me that likes to really pour into souls, because there are a lot of unfinished men and women that need mentoring. So that's probably one of the reasons why that I do what I do, as far as, going around and speaking and all that stuff, just trying to be there, because my brother and I, we didn't have a father in our household. Wow. As well. So being a sperm donor, as you know, really doesn't make you a father. So I guess I could tell you that, yeah, I do have kids, but they're not DNA children. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Any questions, AB?
So you basically, like you said, you use the ones that are around you that you basically motivate. I mean, that you mentor and talk to and speak to. You use them as your motivation to carry on to do the things that you do, and to just be charged, simple, done. So that's basically what you do.
One of the things I would like to jump into, and I hope I'm not going too fast, is at the age of 22 or 23, I was given a 30-year sentence. I was the youngest person charged with a drug kingpin charge in Columbus, Ohio's history. And upon entering into the federal system, wow, I seen so many brothers couldn't read and write, didn't have a GED. So many brothers were broken, just didn't have any direction, felt like that was the end to their life, being in prison. And one of the things that I thank God for was my perspective. I remember upon being released, when CNN asked me, how did I feel being released from prison? Like, oh, how does it feel after, by the way, I did 25 years before I was released. And CNN asked me, well, how do you feel after being released? Now, let me tell you guys something, right? I was told all the time I spent in jail that when I got out, I was going to feel this euphoria. People say, man, it's going to be better than sex. You will never feel the feeling of walking out of jail. Well, the problem with that was when I stepped out of jail, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it, but I realized why. The Bible says, to thy own self be true. So you have to stay true to yourself and true to your feelings and not put on for people. If you want to learn as well as grow and help others to grow, you have to be real with how you feel and communicate that. So maybe that there's some kind of knowledge that can be learned from the person you're talking to or from you yourself. So this is what I told them. I said, to be honest, do you want the truth or you want to lie? And they said, well, we want the truth. I said, well, to be honest, I feel the same way I felt when I was in jail an hour ago. I don't feel any different being out here. So she was looking like, are you serious? I say, listen. I said, can I ask you a question? She said, yes. I said, how do you feel when you go from your living room to your kitchen or your kitchen from your garage? Do you feel any emotions or any difference? She said, no. I said, why? Because it's just space, right? She said, right. I said, I never bought the prison program. I never bought into where these people draw a line and say, when you traverse this space, now watch this now, when you walk into this space, right, you're supposed to feel punished, bitter, angry, and sad. And on your release date, you have the permission to feel happy again. My thing is, who gave this program to so many tens of thousands of people all over the world? You take your joy with you. You are allowed to feel any way you want to feel. That's so correct. When I realized I didn't feel any super joy being released because I didn't feel any super pain or sadness incarcerated. Right. So as you guys know, because you were there, I used to get into it with guards. They'd be like, Charles Dunn, you too happy to be in jail, man. Somebody forgot to tell you in jail. No, you sound sad and mad because you are a guard. Like when you grew up as a child, you didn't say to yourself, you want to be a correctional officer and look at naked men for the rest of your life. Don't try to traverse your emotions on how you feel on me because I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Who says, and think about this. You have to be in a location, right? You're sent to a location as punishment, not for punishment. It's a location. So I'm gonna give you the example I gave the lady. Let's take Taco Bell off of there and put McDonald's. Let's take the logo off of McDonald's, right? And let's put federal prison camp. It's in the same place. The only thing that's changed is the labels and the emotional programming that we're going to enter into that facility with. If it's McDonald's, I'm thinking fish sandwich and fries. If it's Taco Bell, I'm thinking Nacho Del Grande.
You know, I think in essence, what happened was you did the time. You didn't let the time do you.
Ooh-wee!
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So when I got there, Hall, that's when I started creating all those classes and bridging the gap and self-help groups. And because I was like, man, who told you had to feel that way? Okay, you got a certain length of time, but own your moments. When you own your moments, you own your opponents.
That's correct.
People say all the time, oh, you broke my heart. The problem is, AB, we give away too much power to people. Nobody can hurt your feelings. You choose to be hurt based upon the feeling. Nobody can make you feel sad. You chose to feel sad. So one of the things that I learned about being in prison is create your own joy. And what brought me joy was working with Tug and coming out there fellowshipping with the guys on landscape, teaching the mentor groups and the classes. And that's really how I got into motivational speaking, because so many people, if you use prison as a test marketing field, when you got all these people from all over the country saying, hey, man, that guy is heavy, man. That dude, Charles Silk Dunn, man, that brother deep. Now, I wasn't really kind of on speaking when I went to prison, but after you got so many great men like your ABs and your Halls and all the men you meet from all across the country saying, bro, man, you get around Brother Silk, boy, you just feel so inspired, man, and so loved, man. You just be like, wow. So how can the world, AB, tell me, right, that I'm not this powerful motivational speaker when people that are in the worst condition on the planet, as far as when it comes to your privileges being stripped from you, is telling you that they feel empowered, encouraged, and unleashed being around you?
That's correct.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Let me say this. I know when I used to see you on the yard, as we call it, or whatever. It's funny that I listened to what you're saying and I saw all of that. I saw that you had all of that in you coming in to the prison, that, like you said, you wasn't gonna let that fear, you wasn't gonna let that hate or that madness or whatever get the best of you while you was there. You know what I mean? And I saw that, and I saw how you used that, and you put that in the people that were around you, that you talked to. And like you said, even the officers noticed it. The officers know it's like, this brother here coming in, he ain't following the protocol.
He didn't drink. Hey, AB, it's like Duncan and them was saying he didn't drink the Kool-Aid. Like,
They thought that you were supposed to be saved.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. And it was a different type of mentality, because we fed off of each other. We fed off of each other's spirit, off of each other's motivation, the passion that we had to say that we're going to do something right and get out of this and do something better with our lives. This inspired all of us, and I have to tell you, I took many of your classes, and it was a joy, because the way that you taught was great. You inspired us to want to do good, to want to be. You were the only person I saw that they were coming into the prison to get out, to go outside to speak. It was crazy. The warden and somebody that was there saw it and said, hey, this guy, he's got a message you need to tell people on the outside. They used to come into prison, get this man, take him and speak to people on the outside.
Sure did.
Right,
Sure did.
right.
Awesome.
I remember one time, Silk, I don't know if you remember, but you had came to me and told me, actually you showed me part of the paperwork of some of those programs that you was working on. And you said, AB, I got a $1 billion program, I got a $1 billion idea. And if it's God's will, it's gonna fold, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
No, go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, sir.
I'm gonna show you how environmental influences, man, can hurt or help us. So let me share this with you. When I got there, Jabari, JoJo, and all these guys that were there, James Armstrong, a lot of brothers that was there, Jabbo, they had heard what I had did at Elton with the poetry programs and classes. And you know what everybody told me? Everybody. JoJo cuts my hair to this day. He just laughed about this Wednesday. Him and Jabari was one of the first guys to say, man, they lazy here in Atlanta camp. They ain't going to let you do none of that. You ain't going to have no programs. So listen, not only did the staff trying to make me drink the Kool-Aid, but the people that's locked up with us is so broken-spirited. With Atlanta, they say, man, it's not going to happen. And then JoJo said to me, he said, man, I don't know how it happened. He said, man, and it was like in 3 months, we was getting out after count to go to the movie night, Silk bought movie night. We had poetry slams. Now he was like, man, how did the brother do that? And that's why the title of my book, and I don't want to jump ahead, is I Will Not Be Denied.
Right.
When you believe something in your heart, right? When you believe it, AB, the universe has no choice but to conspire to bring those elements to you. It has no choice but to bring all the tools. So the no's that the correctional officers, that the compound or that the laziness of those officers wanted to have was not bigger than my yes. It was not bigger than my need for me to get the knowledge from great minds like Hall and AB and other brothers. And without those platforms, not only can you not get the knowledge, you're not motivated to get the knowledge. See, Julius Caesar said a great mind won't do anything without being motivated to do so first. This platform that you guys got, it inspires you every day, every week to think about something positive, to think about what are we going to do next? What are we going to talk about next? So imagine when you can do that in jail, a place that every day you're supposed to wake up to just get through the day. That's what they want you to do. They just want you to wake up and say, I just want to get through the day. I get through money. So listen, Hall laughing because this is the program you see on television. You see somebody in a cell just checking off days. There's no meaning to the motion. Now, A, B, you're not concerned about the process. You're just concerned about the destination. Well, let me tell you something about the philosophical views about the destination. When the process no longer has progress, you will get to the destination and there's nothing there. That's why so many people go home and not ready to go home. That's why so many folks retire and then they're bored and try to figure out, I need to go back to work. That's why so many people get in a rush. I can't wait to get married. And then they get married. Then they say, oh, we need a baby. Then they get a baby. They say, oh, we need a dog. Then they get a dog. Now we need a house. And then after they get all the trinkets, now comes the divorce. Because you have to embrace the process. When you get everything out of the process, as you're going through the process, when you get to the destination, you're ready for it.
You're ready for
it.
That's right.
That's right. Just like what this shirt say, pain is temporary.
Ooh, that's it. Victory is forever.
Victory is forever. We had victory because we knew what we were going to do once we were released. We knew that it wasn't no jail that could hold us, you know? So, we knew that our pain was temporary. but the victory that we had inside of us was forever.
I'm gonna tell you something why that's so true. People don't realize you're fighting two fights. They said physically you had to change locations, right? You changed locations, but you surrendered your joy because of the location. See, you ain't supposed to give them that. You giving them too much.
Giving them too much. You're right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You done double sentenced yourself. They done sentenced you, and then you turned around and sentenced yourself.
You don't put another burden on your back.
That's right. That's right.
You don't put another burden. Now we know when hope, enthusiasm, encouragement is on the scene, anything is possible. People lose their hope, they have no enthusiasm, and they let people steal the encouragement. They're discouraged.
Right.
So now, and then they're always reminiscing on the past. Man, I had 2 Mercedes, 3 Cadillacs, 2 girls, 4 houses, and then they bring the photo album out, right?
Yeah,
and they want to show you all the things they had in the past, like if that's gonna make the medicine of where they at any better.
But they can't show you. They can't show you anything. They can't show you no type of documents for what they got planned for the future.
Exactly. Now, this is what happens. You focus so much on the past. You focus so much on getting through the day. Before you know it, your time of the future is in front of your face, and you ain't even ready.
You ain't prepared. You ain't prepared for nothing. So how do you transition? I know we jumping the gun, so that's when you get into a situation like that, and then transitioning back into society is very difficult.
It is. I'm gonna tell you the trick that at Hall No I used to put in our class. Transcend and look at the world as just a whole bunch of completed thoughts. A Shell gas station is a completed thought. McDonald's, completed thought. City Gear, completed thought. Louis Vuitton Mall, completed thought. Somebody thought about this.
Right.
Then they went to the architect to see who could put their thoughts in the blueprint. Then they went to all the contractors to see who could bring their thought to physical manifestation for the cheapest price. So everybody in the free world, now it's about to get deep now, is living in someone's thought. Now, when you have employees and it's open for business, it's a whirlwind of thought. So everything in McDonald's, from the brand to the marketing to the advertising to the customer service, is about the thought of who created that.
That's correct.
So while you in jail, this is the trick, AB, this is what I did. While you in jail, if you wait to be released to figure out which direction you're going, the halfway house is going to make you get in somebody's thought because they want you to be in somebody's job. So you got to get caught up in somebody's thought immediately. So the key to being successful is and listen to the words carefully, you have to spin your whirlwind of thought in the free world while incarcerated.
Exactly.
You have to already spin it, so everything is waiting for you. You're not going home to figure out which way you're going. You already set into motion. So guess what? The minute you stepping into your own world.
Your own thoughts.
That's right. You got to. And that's a interesting thought, because what it says is that you plan. And you plan every day. You organize and you plan. You organize and you plan. They go Dre Richardson saying, "Hey, my brother, what's up, little Dre?
What up, Dre? Dre, what up?"
Yeah. So we planning is what they call it. Proper preparation beats poor performance,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
PPPs of PPPs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your classes were so motivational to so many people. You know, we got so much out of it. And people wondering why we walk around there happy, because you weren't going to steal my joy.
That's all I'm
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You
So
can't have that.
yeah, I'm going to let you think that you've defeated me. No, nothing defeats me but death. And then death won't defeat me if I live my life right. You know? So,
man, you know, it's so many times officers used to say, Charles Dunn, man, why are you so happy? And, you know, so I wouldn't get into a back and forth. I would be like, sir, they don't get to have that joy, man. That I only got to be here. I say, locked up is a state of mind. You got more people incarcerated in their mind to drugs and pills and alcohol and all that on the street, to sex and everything else, than you got people that's physically incarcerated. Incarceration is a state of mind. And the only way to be successful out here, you have to liberate yourself, free yourself first before your physical is free.
Right.
If you
tell us about what you got with that. You created it. That's interesting, man. I'm glad to hear about that myself.
So let me tell you, man, what happened. I was in Elton Federal Facility at the time. This is before I came to Atlanta. I remember clearly. I got out of office, so I wrote it in 2006. So in 2005, I was sitting on my bunk, sitting on my bed in Elton. And I heard one guy say, hey man, what they got for child? Somebody else, oh man, you know, it's probably same old trash, some bull. Then 2 minutes later, I heard say, hey man, what they watching in the big television room? This is a different guy. He's like, man, you already know they're watching the same trash, man. They ain't watching nothing good. So I'm listening to all this negative energy, right? Then I heard somebody from the front of the door say, man, it's counselor so-and-so there. And he said, man, what you looking for him for? He ain't gonna do nothing but tell you a bunch of lies. So listen, right? So then, an hour later, they say, child. And everybody said, hey, man, I ain't going all the way over there for nothing. Do somebody know what they got? Somebody said, man, the same old trash. You know they ain't got nothing in the child, some garbage. I said, wow. So listen now. I go get on the phone. I said, man, I got to call somebody and just shake this negative off. I call out there to the world, and they complaining about bills and all this stuff. Bro, I got off the phone and sat on my bunk. And like 4 a.m, I know this don't sound crazy, man. God woke me up. Might have been like 2 or 3 a.m. and said, listen, go tell the world you created it. Stop praying to me for the power that you have, the things to change.
wow.
Stop complaining about your life, because you are the creators that create the thought that creates the things. Bro, it took me 6 months. I worked on that poem every day. And what I did now, I could have sat down and just wrote a poem in an hour, 30 minutes. No. The same way the organic people around me stimulated me, right, to want to say something or do something, right? I said I wanted the universe to write the poem. And listen to me, brother. I let every situation, from the Ray Charles movie to walking into the art room and seeing blank canvas, I let life write the poem and just use my arm as an instrument. And that's where the old saying, that my saying goes, that say, when you own your moments, you own your opponents. You have to, the minute, and this way it gets deep at, you will never have the power to change any aspect of your life until you own all of it. You have to own all of it. Stop saying somebody broke your heart, the white man put you in jail, The government done took your money. Listen, we are not helpless spectators to what's happening in our lives. We are powerful initiators. We are the projection. The universe is the reflection. And I tell people all the time, if you want to change some of your relationships, you need to change the way you think. You need to change the way you feel. You need to change the way you act, because the people that are coming into your life are not coming in to make you a victim. They are in your life, and the universe is telling you about the relationship you're having with yourself. As you start to have a better relationship with yourself, you're going to draw better relationships into your life.
Right. Right.
You have to forgive yourself for things you did or didn't do right. You have to forgive others. You have to heal. And you have to seek to understand a more positive perspective. So You Created It is a poem that I wrote. And listen, I had no idea it was going to take people by storm like that. Bro, I wrote the poem. The wardens, captains, it's about 700 prisoners sat in the auditorium in Elton. Brother, when I performed that poem, man, everybody was like this. Everybody's jaws was dropped. Everybody was like, whoa. That was probably the deepest poem I've ever heard.
You don't want to give it to us tonight, do you?
I can. Bro, I got that poem off the top of my head, man. That thing is in my soul.
AB, you want to hear it? Let the world hear it.
Hey, look, he created it. Let us hear it.
My man. Okay. So when I'm performing it, right, what I usually do, I hold up my fist and I tell the audience, right, because I want them to get involved, because I want them to realize where I'm going. I say, when I hold up my fist, I want everybody in the audience to say, you created this. I hold up my fist and say, you created it. I say, oh, man, y'all can do a little louder than that. So I raise it up again and say, you created it. Then I say, hey, listen, man, I got 30 years in prison. What's up, Dre? My best friend told on me. I put up my fist and said, you created it. I was walking down the street. And this lady was saying she didn't have no money out of her house. What should I have told them? You created it. Then I say this. You act like we was tossed into our life as some kind of spectator, when you've been the boss of your life and the dictator. All that good luck, bad luck, coincidental things. Oh, it's a fluke by chance or a humbug. No such thing. Only a sequence of events that the uninformed mind just couldn't explain. You see, we spin out of the invincible something like how them tornadoes spin out of hurricanes, and it's almost irrefutable that we created our own pains from things that are tailor-made by our words and thoughts and things. To the universe that's connected to our subconscious, not even our speech is a fling. You see, it's on the same frequency. It's not divided, it clings. And our thoughts, words, and deeds are all electrical entities that attach themselves to similar energies, and then they form our reality cluster. We hurt ourselves when we frequently put bad energy into the universe delinquently, causing our life to lackluster. Something happens in your life. I said, well, you created it. You say, no, I didn't. I say, you must have. Because situations in your life just don't happen. You've sold it. Either by design or default, your future, you molded. When all them secrets come back, don't get mad because you told it. When them people call you about their money, don't get stressed because you owed it. You see, everything in your life, you created it, either by karmic need or karmic deed. Thoughts, words, and language all shape a karmic seed. You start the worlds into rotation, even with the words you speak. That's too hard. I'm too big. That's impossible. That'll never work. One thing is for certain, these are self-inflicted curses make you cast your own burden. So don't use the language of skepticism or pessimism. Know the difference between the spirit and the soul's mysticism. And then you know to never internalize negative criticism. You see, the soul merely accepts it, whatever the spirit suggested. So if your world ain't right, you created it from your mental messes, repeating all this world's ignorant cliches raised with mixed messages. We got to protect the kids because it stains the brain from the adolescences. So don't complain about your so-so life, because it evolved from a self-made mode of your prototype. Our lack of spiritual knowledge is what created the misusage. Our spirit helped create this world, but not the excuses. In life, you don't get what you hope for, what you wish for, what you dream, unless you incorporate the things you do and what you believe. Because success is formed when words, action, thoughts, and beliefs convene. Because energy is in everything, but it's scattered. And it flows through our 7 chakras, and it picks up our own individual energy pattern. And that's how your life is fashioned. So if you the kind of like talking about people behind their back, or if you just the negative type, you better be careful, because you're shaping and scoping and molding the details of your life. It doesn't make a difference if anyone hears you, if you whisper your negativity in the corner. The universe has eyes and ears, takes your words and thoughts, put them in the form, and send them right back to the owner. You got to cut negative people and negative thoughts loose. Don't never measure the wrong angle of a situation, but measure the right angle, like the hypotenuse. You see, Egypt has the world's clues. Your birth is your cue to come into this world. Like Ray Charles said, make it do what it do. If you don't think you created your own life, that's not even an iota of truth. Our prayers and meditations and discipline and dedications is essential to maximize our human potential and get away from mediocre use. And how well do you manage your food that creates the excess weight and disease that contributes to your moods? You better be careful today, because right now you're painting a world that tomorrow you're going to walk into. You see, the world was a blank canvas with the Rembrandts and the Van Goghs, the Leonardo da Vinci's and the Picassos. Our thoughts, words, and deeds is the paintbrush we dipped into the paint of the cosmos. We even created music with the 7 to 12 musical notes. The rhythm attracts and repels the spirits that our life invoke, because bad energy will find a life to possess like a virus finds a host. You see, life doesn't just fail, it's provoked. So you created it, your sovereignty or your poverty, but everyone wants riches, but they lack generosity, and true wealth comes from treating people properly. Which reminds me, we have created entirely too many human collisions and division from passed down superstitions and religions that it has become despicable. How our views are so one-dimensional. When we reach these religious pinnacles that are not pivotal, they become pitiful, because we forget about human beings and start praising customs and rituals instead of being spiritual. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to pray in the name of the baby that was born in the manger. But even he said, faith without works is dead, so you your own savior. We are the miracles facing. He made us with 36,000 genes with 3.2 billion chemical bases. And you still run around here blaming your failures and other races. Try blaming your failures and all them aimless conversations and not taking in the proper information and too caught up with and all them physical sensations, and behind every dollar you make and every outfit you buy, you know what it's for, to attract a mate for sexual gratification. We missed it. We have to fix it. We too disconnected from our spirit. When our inner voice inside us try to guide us and teach us, we so detached and confused that you can't even hear it. All the destruction, chaos, and conflicts in the world, and yet still, it all evolved from our free will. So don't blame others for your life as your creation. Have the courage to go beyond book sense and your frustrations. And just maybe you'll understand why Einstein said he would trade in this whole world intelligence for imagination. Because this whole world is nothing but the physical manifestations of all of our imaginations. So if you don't like your life, just change it, because you created it.
Hey, bro.
Awesome.
Hey, bro. Hey. Hey, ho. Hey, ho. Hey, ho.
Okay,
When you ask me,
great.
Hey, ho, when you ask me, can he do the poem? I forgot how long-winded he is.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't see how you able to memorize that, but then again, hey, you created it. You know what I mean? So
Unmute yourself, Dre. Unmute yourself, Dre, if you hear me.
Hey, so man,
I had Dre muted because he was bleeding in while you were going. His mic was bleeding in. But and I'm gonna tell the story about that. That's when I first met you, right? And you gave that rendition of that poem. And I said, who the hell is this guy here? And it made me go back and think, I was always that positive thinker, but it made me go back and think again. And I said, I got to know this guy here. I said, this is a bad dude right here, you know. And it just it motivated me. I'm gonna tell you, it really did. It motivated me to understand that whatever I do in life, I created it through God's will. I created. He gave me that ability to create it, and that's what I was doing, and that's what I do now today. People don't understand things that we do because they can't even get into the mind. It's on a different level. Woo. And when I tell people, they tell me to slow down. I can't slow down. I can't. No, catch up. I can't slow down.
I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
I can't. It ain't nothing slow in me. I can't go slow. You know? Dre, you still got your mic muted.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yep, yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Yeah. Something happened in the whole area over here. The lights just went out over here, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh. That might be that thunderstorm that's coming through that way.
Damn, man. The hell?
I can't, Dre ain't underneath, but I'm gonna tell you, Silk, that was powerful. It's a powerful speech. What I need to really get with you so I can videotape it, because it's something that I want to play to my kid, my mentoring group that I got also. I want to be able to
believe this. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Put in Charles Silk DUNN on YouTube. It has you created it, the spoken word. Yeah. It has you created a video that got the kids in it from the school. And
you was at the school one time when you had the $100 bill.
Yeah, Chapel Hill. Yup, I was in front of 1,000 kids that day.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me tell Dre to unmute himself. AB, are you still there? You can't go out and fix that electrical stuff now. Don't try to climb that pole.
For real, right?
Hey, yo, give me a second, man. I got to go up front. I ain't got no electrical box. I ain't about to touch that. I work in landscape. I ain't working electrical. Hey, I work landscape. Hey, I work landscape. I work for Blake, which Blake was I ain't gonna say Blake was the best employer I had, but Blake was a good employee to me.
Wow.
But hey, Blake won't like that for everybody though.
Duke, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I was trying to unmute you, but I couldn't, and now you just did. Okay. Yeah, I had you muted earlier because it was bleeding in while he was doing the poem. What's up, Dre?
How the brother?
What's up, Dre Day? What's up, bro?
Man, everything peaceful.
Everything peaceful down in
Hey,
Daytona.
how the brother? Hey, I see you doing. You still can do that. You still can do that poem in your sleep.
Yeah, hey, man. Like AB said, man. God poured that thing through my soul, man. So I will never forget that poem, man. Never. You know what I mean? And oftentimes when I go for speaking engagements, people often ask me to do it.
Yeah, it is a powerful poem that people need to really just sit back and listen to the words.
Yes.
You know, my wife says Spitfire, he's awesome.
Thank you.
You met my wife yet, is it?
Nope, I haven't had a chance to. I haven't had the privilege of meeting her yet.
Yeah, we'll be in Atlanta on Sunday. She got to come up there and tour school up there or something. Okay. We'll be there Sunday.
Yeah, please call me. I'll definitely be in town. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Hey, I'm still here, but I'm trying to work on some things. But I'm gonna have to change locations.
My wife told me put some music on. Them young cats don't have nothing on you.
Thank you. Yeah, man. That's my spoken word piece, man.
I say, wow. Yeah. This is a bad brother. Y'all ain't seen nothing. that ain't just go on YouTube and search him. He has a bunch of positive things. He lectures to people all over the world. So he's a powerful brother. This is where we get y'all be wondering where we get our inspiration. We fed off of each other.
That's right, brother. That's right.
And it was always a positive thing when I saw him doing so well and articulating the message so well, and it inspired other people, myself included, to want to say, we can do better with our lives. We're not going to let you define who I am. I will define who I am, and it's powerful.
I'm going to tell you something. I used to get y'all in our class the analogy for those who've never heard this before. You got the carrot, the egg, and the coffee bean. And when the carrot goes into hot water, right, it goes from being hard to being soft and malleable. When the egg goes into hot water, if it stays in there, it'll become a hard-boiled egg, hard on the inside. But when the coffee beans face the same condition as the egg and the carrot, the coffee bean actually transforms the water into coffee. And that's what we have to be in an environment. We have to be the transforming element. We have to transform the element through the grace of God and his mercy. He allowed me to have an input on transforming an environment, a state of mind, into something else. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it has to say life is about a whole bunch of tug of wars, and you have to say, what are you going to cave into? What are you going to allow to make you become subservient to it? And to me, nobody wants to be in prison, but I tell people anything that lay down, stay down. And have you ever seen a ball stop rolling halfway down a hill? The answer to that is no. You know why? Because the momentum you create in your life becomes bigger than your life itself.
That's right.
So if you just think, if I would have did 24, 25 years in prison, waiting for somebody to make me happy. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to go in jail January 1992, and I'm supposed to wait for somebody to give me permission again to be happy? I'm supposed to do 30 years in jail without being happy? No. We are the creators that creates the thought, that creates the thing. And what I found out is when you go into something with unrelenting faith, when you believe in whatever's inside your heart, you will see that belief, it transforms people. It got to the point where people are going to give you favor based upon the fact that you're moving different. You're talking different. You're acting different. They like, damn, the Kool-Aid ain't working on him.
Yeah. And see, another thing people don't realize is that it's not just this little group that we got here. It's 250 of us.
That's right.
That we have a group that we feed off of each other.
That's
See,
right.
we didn't go in and thought that we were going to come out and be the same people that we went in be.
That's right.
Even though we knew that we had it in us, it had to be manifested through the conditions that we were put in to make it manifest so that we could be who we are.
Yes,
So
exactly.
they don't understand it's something working. God does things in ways that we don't understand.
That's right, brother.
It's above our understanding, our pay grade. So
you're right. It's I think if I had to give anybody advice about going through adversity or going through pain, I would tell them just what you said. I would say, first thing that you got to do is get a hold of your perspective and tell yourself that this is part of the purification process. See, people got to realize everyone has their cross to bear in life. Everything has to go through the fire in order to be purified. So you have to embrace your pain. You have to embrace it because the spirit is all about evolution. And you can't evolve if you're comfortable. I have a lecture that when I walk into an auditorium, I say, "How's everybody doing?" Everybody say, "Fine." I say, "Is everybody comfortable?" They say, "Yeah." I say, "I'm gonna ask y'all again, is everybody comfortable?" And they say, "Yeah." I say, "Now tell me, what in the hell can you accomplish from that position?"
That's right. That's right. What can you accomplish if you comfortable? You got to be uncomfortable to work and to make it work. Yeah, yeah.
Bro,
I want to. We got about 8 minutes left, but I want to make sure that the people know that they can order your book.
yes.
You know, how did I get on this? And that they can order your book, and you know, this is your book. I will not be denied.
Mastering the changes.
I will not be denied. Mastering the changes. People, when I tell you, go get the book, go get the book. The book, you can get it on Amazon.com.
Right.
I got it to the bottom of the screen scrolling. You can get it on Amazon.com. It's on the bottom of the screen scrolling right now. So get the book. I'm sure y'all will not be disappointed in the book. Get the book, people. It's a great book. This brother is powerful. He he will motivate you to want to change your life and master those changes in your life. Yeah. So most of when I go on and I look at stuff that you do, you know, just to sit to refresh my memory. You know, I hadn't heard the poem in a while, but I know that you were, and it just brought back so much memories of when I first heard it. You know, I said, wow, you know, this thing here is awesome. You know, and I've seen you writing. You know, and one of the things I want to do, Silk, in the next year, 12 to 24 months, I'm gonna have my book out in the next 6 months.
Right.
But I want to also do a compilation of guys that were there with us that I know write. I want to do a book of poetry first, and then because I have over 100 poems myself, and then I want to do a compilation of all of us together with short stories and poetry. And so I'll get with you on that. There's some stuff that I want to do. So because we had some prolific brothers in there that was writing. One was hell too.
Hey, do you know I still got one down with me now? Yeah, man. I see one at least 3 or 4 days a week because he's very good at rehabbing houses. So he rehabs, you know, properties and stuff. So yeah, man. One is still talented, man, doing his thing, man.
Okay, Dre, you need to get with one. Dre need to get one.
With who?
With one. You don't remember one used to write all the poetry and everything, lived up front?
Used to come through selling the cookies and pies. He worked in the kitchen. He used to sell all the banana puddings and all that kind of stuff.
You know one if you see. You know one if you see. What was one's real name?
Reginald Merritt.
Merritt. Reginald Merritt.
Yep.
One is bad.
Man, he bad boy, man.
One is bad.
Hey, one is a bad boy.
Yeah. What he do in the houses?
Huh?
What he do in the houses?
Yes.
He doing the houses?
One actually manages some of my properties now. Like anything go wrong, he goes in and makes sure, you know, from plumbing to electrical work to one is a very good handyman, man. He definitely take care of his business, bro. Yeah, definitely. But it's
huh? We got to link up on that.
Yeah, man. Be sure to call me, and I can give you the number stuff. You still down in Miami, right? I mean, you still in Florida, right?
Yeah, Daytona.
Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, so it's one is definitely talented, man. I'm definitely on the entrepreneur skills, and Hall.
I gotta see you some of my stuff.
Yeah, man, it's so important for us to fellowship because we all come from that. We all come from that gutter, and you know what I try to tell people, Hall, about what you said. That and I hope this don't sound too arrogant to your viewers, because you know I'm a very humble person. But when people come home from prison, it's important that you don't come out begging and asking. Meaning, a lot of folks come out like, man, will somebody please give me a job? I did 20 years. Will somebody, do this? And I'm not saying you have to have the mentality that when you come home, you are an asset. You are an asset. I'm asking you for opportunity to show you that I'm going to enhance your business. When I go to speak, they like, well, why should I get you to speak? I said, well, if you care about increasing your sales, if you care about the camaraderie of your coworkers, if you care about managing skills, if you care about increasing your bottom line, then you know that it's going to start with the body of your employees. So I'm just asking you for the opportunity to help you. I'm asking you to show you because I know what I bring to the table. I'm going to inspire and motivate your employees to want to come and earn you more money. Do you instead of coming out, and that is the problem when we come out of jail. So many people are broken spirited, and I know we got to go all, but so many folks are broken spirited. They feel like they have nothing to offer the world.
That is true.
Wow.
That is true. We lost AB somewhere. I don't know. He going through some electrical problems out there. He said the whole area went out in Wilson. So we'll get back with him. But Silk, we got to get you on again so we can finish up everything. We have an hour. We try to make sure our shows stay in those parameters. If it's a 2-hour show, we have a 2-hour show. But I got to get you on some of the other things with me so you could talk. We developing other programs later on and before the summer that I know you'll be of some help with the motivational speaking stuff that we'll be doing, and the poetry, everything.
Man, thank you, Hall. Yeah. Thank you for reaching out, brother. You already know you have always been the guy to get us to the next level, man. Thank you, man. You and AB, man, for thinking about reaching out to me, getting me on the show. Dre, thank you, man, for all y'all, because y'all didn't have to think about me, man. I appreciate and support you, brothers, man. I love y'all out my heart, bro.
Okay, make sure you go out and get the book, people. Go ahead, Dre.
I would not be denied. You got chapters inside that book that's mean now.
That's right. Go out and get the book. I will not be denied. And it's scrolling to the bottom of the screen on how to get in touch with this young man. If you need him to come out and he's a motivational speaker now. So it do cost to get him because they calling all the way across. If y'all look on this page, he's all the way out. They calling him all over the country, from California to New York to Texas to Chicago. They're calling this man, asking him to speak.
But I will tell y'all this.
Do you have it on audio?
If they contact me because of your show, I will show them super, super love, brother. If they say they contact me from there, I promise you I'll show them super love.
All right. Y'all heard it. He's going to show you super love. Dre says it's an audio book.
Yes, I just put the audio book. The audio book is not out yet, but I did do one. It ought to be out coming up soon. But I'm about to drop a second book too. But I would not be denied is the hard print that's in copies. I mean, that's on Amazon.com. Okay.
All right. Thank you, bro. I sent you some of my work.
All right. We love you, brother. And I'll give you a call and get with you. I'll give both of y'all a call this week We had a couple of comments. I'm gonna see whether I can get to them before. My wife said your words are most definitely smooth as silk.
Thank you, sis. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So we are very enlightening show. Thanks for sharing. You know, we appreciate you for coming, Dre. Thank you for stopping in. We'll call and check on AB and make sure he got the lights on down there in Charlotte, North Carolina. That people don't understand. We got a network where we're all over the country. We have AB in North Carolina, Dre down in Daytona. I'm here in Savannah, Georgia, and you in Atlanta, Georgia. So you know we're everywhere every week. So it's all over the country. There's no telling where one of us might be that's going to be on this show. But I appreciate you guys. I love you. And we'll catch you later on.
All right. Love. Peace, y'all.
All right.